let's start off with our first piece of news here. The first topic, we are going to talk about the casting of the Silver Surfer. And that's where I'm going to stop. And we're just going to assume everything and not go any further, because if you just read the rest of the first paragraph from the initial report from the big trade like Deadline, Hollywood Reporter, everybody, you would know it's not the Silver Surfer.
Well,
so
technically, what they're pulling from is a Silver Surfer, but not the 616 version, which is oddly confusing because MCU is technically 616.
Right.
This particular Silver Surfer is the one is Juno, the one from Earth 829.
Is who?
Isn't that what?
No, it's Charlotte Bowl, isn't it? Or Charlotte Bow, whatever it is.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
That's what Deadline said originally.
Yeah, there is some like speculation that they might have got that wrong, but again, we don't know because they just know she's female surfer.
Because I'm looking at it, and it's that's who she is.
Yeah.
That's the female version.
So, from what I actually gathered from this, because I was trying to read, because all the reports were saying, well, she could be this, but it's this universe's. I think what's getting mixed up is they're using the idea of the surfer from the other multiverse, but they're doing the other character that's technically also in the
because the reason why I thought about it is because she has connections to the Greek gods, because she's the granddaughter of Hercules.
Yeah. Huh.
Okay. Because when Deadline initially reported it, anyway, it was they said Charlotte Ball, who was been around since like 68.
Right, and then following reports stated that it's based on a character from another universe, which contradicts that. But I'm guessing it's the classic MCU amalgam. I'm gonna guess.
Probably.
Yeah. Get one. And at the end of the day, I think what people really missed is that it's obvious this movie's not in the 616.
Yeah, and like
we're gonna talk about it later on, but
that's like I was gonna say we're gonna talk about that separately, because the things can go hand in hand, but also just the notion of, oh, there's a Silver Surfer, right? That's female. And people are like, but you ruined the Herald of Galactus. I'm like, no, Galactus has had like a dozen heralds.
I was going to say, like, he had like 30.
Yeah, like, and also
my favorite one was when people saw the whole Charlotte Ball thing. It was, as long as she acts like Norrin. It's like, well, why would you want a different character to act like Norrin? Like, no one says that for any of the Green Lanterns, any of the Flashes, any legacy character. No one ever says that. But for here, it had to be said. Like, why? Like, I know why. I just want them to say it out loud. I'm like, what's the point?
Yeah.
You want comic accuracy, and then when the character is appearing, you don't want them to be like editing like they are.
Right. It's like this whole thing, the discourse around it has already become a complete nightmare, and just the grifters are grifting. And to me, this doesn't ruin anything. Like, if we see her and it's that version of the character, she's from Zenoir. So we could technically see Norrin in that universe, and they could do the entire Fantastic Four, Mr. Fantastic thing. A different actor can play him. And if people like him, be like, okay, you're MCU's Norrin. If they don't, we just recast you like John Krasinski. Like, the multiverse is infinite possibilities, and people are mad that we're getting one out of infinite possibilities of a Silver Surfer. I am blown away. And to me, let's say hypothetically, they used Norrin Rad as the surfer in this. Guess what? He is now wasted, because you can't reuse the same villain again over in a different film, because you got to move merchandise to get people interested. It's hard to repeat. Like, he would, in my opinion, be wasted if he showed up in this film as the core surfer and then they defeat him. It's like, oh, well, okay. Like, thanks, I guess. What happens to Surfer now? It's like, oh, we're in the MCU now. Don't worry. We know how to stop him. Here's how we did it in hours. Like, yeah, give us something different, like, it's okay.
I said it's totally fine. I can never remember who's playing there. Is it? I always want to say a different name, but I know it's not.
Julia Garner.
That's the one, Julia Garner.
Yeah. I only know that because I'm looking at her name, because I was going to say Julia Carpenter, but then I realized
that's exactly what I keep going for. So I know it's not Carpenter.
Maybe
not
that's why one
understand.
of my friends looked at me sideways when he was talking to me about Surfer, and I think I said Julia Carpenter, and I think he caught me, but didn't want to call me out. So that makes sense. I'm such a fake nerd. Listen to me. What a fake nerd.
Oh, we're all fake.
Right.
It's
It's true. It's true. So there you go, everybody. Just a little on that. We'll get back to it soon.